In the mid-1920s, E.W. Marland, founder of the Marland Oil Company, commissioned 12 sculptures of pioneer women. Marland selected 12 of America's best sculptors and paid each of them $10,000 to produce an original work, which depicted the spirit of the pioneer woman. It was determined that the best of these 12 sculptures would be erected in Ponca City, Oklahoma, as a testament to the brave women who settled the plains. The sculptures were exhibited across the country, and Americans were allowed to vote on which one they believed was the best. The statues were taken from New York City to Boston, Chicago, Kansas City, Dallas and Fort Worth, Buffalo, Detroit, Indianapolis, Oklahoma City, and Ponca City. As the tour commenced, the sculptures aroused considerable interest across the nation. Art critics from major publications such as the New York Times and Los Angeles Times even debated the merits of each statue. Eventually, more than 750,000 people viewed the sculptures, and more than 120,000 votes were cast. The following speech was given by E.W. Marland on February 25, 1927, at the unveiling of these sculptures. All ages have honored their heroic dead. After the last Great War, every civilized nation entombed the body of an unknown soldier in its most hallowed spot. France, beneath the Arc de Triomphe. Britain, in Westminster Abbey. We, at Arlington. Every city, village, and hamlet in this nation of ours has erected monuments to the memory of the heroes of our wars. Occasionally, we see the statue of a statesman, a scientist, a poet, a musician, builders of national character. Latterly have been erected memorials to our pathfinders, scouts and guides, men who sought and explored the wilderness and the expansive prairies of this continent. Brave men, men of vision, Miles Standish, Daniel Boone, Davy Crockett, Jim Bridger, Kit Carson. They found and explored the land which supports this nation we are so justly proud to call our own. Plymouth Rock and Jamestown alike furnished their quota of adventurous explorers. Hardy souls who braved the dangers of the trackless forest and trailless plains in their search for new lands for settlement. Plymouth Rock mothers and Virginia brides bore land-hungry, healthy broods. The ambitious, forward-looking, best of European blood kept pouring in, demanding land for homes for their children. From Plymouth Rock or Jamestown to the Presidio del Monterey is a far cry, even in these days of comfortable Pullman travel. But in the days of the pack horse and the covered wagon, it meant months of arduous toil and terrible dangers. Yet, every mile from coast to coast is dotted now with homesteads of descendants of these nation builders. The blue-eyed Saxon maid and her dark-eyed Latin sister married their men and set out with them on their conquest of the West. Many a honeymoon was spent with no shelter save the boughs of the trees neath the canopy of heaven. Many a bridal couch was lighted only by the stars. Many met their God with the blood-curdling yell of natives in their souls, or in the agonizing pains of unattended childbirth. Pictures have we aplenty of the stern Pilgrim Fathers and the gallant gentlemen of the friendlier Virginia soils. But we are forced to draw on our imagination somewhat for pictures of the mothers. We see the men with their rifles and knives, their breastplates and swords. We imagine the Puritan woman with her blue homespun dress and blue bonnet. We visualize the mother of the South in her white apron and dainty white bonnet. But instead of arms in their hands for protection, we always see them with children in their arms to protect. When these women started west, all their earthly possessions could be packed on a horse or in a wagon. Surely their heavenly inheritance is greater than their earthly one. Little did they have or know of worldly pleasures or comforts. Cold and hunger were frequent experiences. Danger, their constant companion. In their most luxurious moments, their shelter was meager, their menu limited. Iced water, hot baths, fresh vegetables, milk were recollections only. Amusements? None. Unless it struck them as amusing when a darling child escaped unhurt from a fall, or mistook a deadly serpent for a childish toy. What sturdy broods they bore! They, their daughters, and their daughters' daughters, ever pushing westward, ever making homes on the lands their husbands gained. Loyalty, courage, fidelity, ambition was in their mother's milk. Love of home, husband, and children made the wilderness to smile. Fertile fields and blossoming orchards sprung from hot, eye-aching plains, tended by weary bodies and trod by bleeding feet. The conquest of the West was not made with the accompaniment of flaunting banners and martial music. Theirs was a lonely victory. Few eyes witnessed the dangers and hardships they endured, greater by far than those of a militant army. They had no supply trains nor base of supply to support their advance. They had not only to conquer, but hold and live off the land they conquered. The toll of life resulting from these hardships left millions of unmarked graves across the continent. Graves of women who died that we might live and love this homeland. Unknown soldiers of the great battle for civilization and the home. All races, all creeds, all nationalities gave of their best and bravest women.